Hello everyone, this is Just a Dad. So Amazon Prime Big Deal Days are here, and I've got the best robot vacuum cleaners you can buy. I'm so happy to finally see the MOVA P10 Pro back on sale for $449. This is an absolutely amazing buy. And in this video, you're gonna see why this price point and this product is the best. Now, there are other robots that are on sale. We've got some more expensive ones. We've even got some budget ones. But the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut right to the chase. I'm gonna show you my list. These are too good to pass up. I'll give you a little lesson on how I came up with this list this morning. And before I begin, I did buy these products with my own money and I wasn't paid for this video, but I do use links. So in the video, you may see a pop-up and on my website. So the best place to find the products in just really simple format is my website, justadadapproved.com. I have this list on there. It's all ready to go. You can click on it. It's going to take you to Amazon or Walmart. And if you end up purchasing that product using my link in the video on my website, the product doesn't cost you anymore, but I do get a small commission from the sale. Again, justadadapproved.com is the simplest, best way to go and find the products that I approve of, and it's been updated today. So I'm going to show you the list, and then we're going to show you the homework, and then I'm going to start talking about each robot. So here's the list. Too good to pass up. Number one, MOVA P10 Pro, $449. Now the Dreame L40 they're almost identical. The L40 can leave its mop pads back at the base station. It's also $449. So both of these are my number one pick, but the MOVA P10 Pro you can buy at Walmart. So that's kind of why I gave it the green check mark. Dreame L10s, an amazing price, $300. You lose some features that these have, but boy, it's hard to pass up a Dreame L10s for 300 bucks. If you have pets, the S5A is a really good one, $549. This Roborock Edge S5A, also good for pets, but it's got such advanced features for a great price point. The MOVA P50 is 50 bucks more, but I do think the Edge beats it out a little bit. Now there's a brand new Curve X. I've got this at my house right now. I absolutely love it. This is the lowest I've ever seen it. Now we start getting the more expensive one. The V50, 1,000, 10R, 1,200. This new E40 is $379. It kind of fits in here a little bit, but it's missing some important features. We've got some budget ones. I would not pay more than 300 bucks for it, well, $309 for a budget level one, because once you get to 300, you might as well get the Dreame L10s. These don't do a good job of mopping. I mean, they do okay, but they don't have a base station that will wash the mop pads. But my absolute cheapest, $229, is a Shark. It's got a really special number, AV2501S. But for pets, the D20 Pro is a good one. Okay, so how did I come up with this list? Well, the first thing I did this morning is I listed all the robots that I've reviewed and approve of on this board here in the order that they're priced, lowest to highest. Now, if you've ever like the Roomba 405 is on sale for 400 bucks, but for $479, you can get the P10 Pro, 50 bucks more, and you get about a robot that's 3 times as good as the Roomba. These are all the sale prices, and sometimes they become a buy, sometimes they don't, but I just picked the ones that I absolutely love in this best category. The Eufy E25 is on sale for $650, but the Roborock Edge S5A beats it for $650 in my opinion. We get over to the more expensive ones. The MOVA P50 for 700 bucks is the best in the 700 bucks price range, even though the Narwhal Frio Z is $749. Eufy S1 is 800 bucks, but for 100 bucks more, you can get the Curve X, which is awesome. And then for the really top of the line, the MOVA V50 for 1,000 bucks is the one to get. I know there's been a lot of talk about the L50 for 1,000, but you get more stuff with the V50. They're very, very similar, but I do like the V50 better. And I do like the Roborock Saros 10R, but it is the most expensive one on sale right now. And then what also helped is I came up with my baseball card solution. So each robot has a baseball card with key features that I can move around. These are magnetic. And so when the price changes, they can go in front of each other. The prices have already changed this morning on some, but this is how I came up with what I came up with because of features. You know, the Roomba 405's on here, but it's just missing so many features that the MOVA P10 Pro has. Side reach, brush reach, dirt detect, solution tank. So this is the new thing I'm going to be coming up with. I'm going to make it a little bit better. So again, the best place to find these robot vacuum cleaner deals are my website, justadadapproved.com. And in there, in the very beginning, you can sign up for my email list. So first thing this morning, I wrote down that list and I sent an email out. So subscribe to my email list. And when these big sales events go on, I send an email out telling you which ones that I highly recommend and that I love. So that's justadadapproved.com. Sign up for the email list. I just sent one out today. So, all right, let's get started. The MOVA P10 Pro. It's my 2025 pick of the year. Normally it's $600. Today it's on sale for $449. We used to see this on sale quite a bit more. It hasn't been going on sale quite as much. I absolutely love it. Now, this price point, in my opinion, with all the homework that I've done, is just the perfect price point to jump into a robot vacuum cleaner. Don't be intimidated by the technology. If this is your first time buying this robot, I have the setup video, how to unbox it, and how to use it. So you can check out all those videos on my YouTube channel. Just search Just a Dad MOVA P10 Pro and it should bring up all the videos. So this robot will vacuum and mop your house at the same time. You can do a vacuum event only, mopping event only. But why I love this is it has a base station. The base station has a clean water tank, a dirty water tank. The base station is going to wash the mop pads, suck the water up into the dirty water tank. So about every week or two, you're gonna have to empty out the dirty water tank and then you have to fill the clean water tank. That's very simple to do. This keeps this robot working very well. It's gonna vacuum your house. It also comes back to the base station and then it's gonna suck everything out into the dust bag. You have to replace that dust bag every couple weeks. It has a solution tank. I typically add my solution to the clean water tank. That way I can control the ratio a little bit better. But the number one feature is this has LiDAR navigation. So when I pick a robot, and the reason I picked this robot is it's got LiDAR navigation, it's got a great app. Those two things right there make the hassle factor almost zero. And it actually does a very good job of cleaning. So in my opinion, that is the first thing that has to be a priority, because you could have a robot that cleans amazing, but if you can't interact with it, the only way to interact with these is with an app. So this has a great app, great user interface. I absolutely love it. And the MOVA P10 Pro has some really key features. It has a dirt detection sensor. So when this robot will mop your floors, come back, wash the mop pads, it sucks the water up into the dirty water tank. And before it gets there, it goes through a dirt detection sensor. And if that water's dirtier than normal, the base station tells the robot, go back and remop where you just came from. It's dirtier than normal. It's called a remopping event. That's a feature that the most expensive robots have. And so you can pay $1,000 for a robot, and you do get some more advanced features. But does it clean twice as good as the MOVA P10 Pro? Typically not. We get some better features for pet hair and some better features for cleaning the mop pads and stuff. But this middle of the road, it's been established. It's been around a while. I absolutely love it. I don't want you to get this and get home and it to be nothing but a problem for you. You could have one bad out of the box. I've had that happen to me. But if you get a good one, this is going to be a great robot vacuum cleaner for you. The MOVA P10 Pro. And probably my number one question is the Dreame L40. Well, I have a video if you want to get specifics on what the difference is. These are both $449. They're identical except for one thing. The L40 can leave its mop pads. It can detach the mop pads and leave them at the base station. I do kind of like that. Is it absolutely necessary? Not necessarily, because both of these have carpet sensors, which is a key feature. A robot that's going to vacuum and mop your house needs to have a carpet sensor, and not all robot vacuum cleaners do. The ones I recommend do, but that way they can lift the mop pads, turn the water off so it's not getting your carpet wet. So you can pick and choose. This one's probably going to go out of stock. I don't know that, but I think they're going to sell a lot of these because this is just a great price point. It's my number one pick. If this goes out of stock, the Dreame L40 is going to be a great one. And you may be watching this video a couple days, weeks from now, and the prices may flip-flop. Sometimes this is $600, then that's $450, $49. The Dreame L10s, right here. So it has a base station, kind of like the MOVA P10 Pro. This is $300. This is an older one, but it's been around and it's got some proven time behind it and it works. It doesn't have the advanced features that the MOVA P10 Pro, but I can't tell you how seeing this, the Dreame L10s for $300 is mind-blowing in my opinion. That blows when you have, it is. I've done the homework. And when I saw this for 300 bucks, it's just, if you're ever thinking of jumping in, this is a great price point also. But I do like this one a little bit more. You get just a little bit better cleaning. This one though has a great app, great user interface. You're going to have a great experience with it. Does it clean the absolute best? The MOVA P10 Pro actually does. And I think it does clean about $150 more better. But wow, this has a base station that washes the mop pads just like the P10 Pro. It's a clean water tank, dirty water tank. They're a little bit smaller. This will vacuum. The suction power is a little bit lower. Has a camera on the front, but it has LiDAR navigation and has the Dreame app, which it's just a very good app and easier to use. So the Dreame L10s for 300 bucks. Absolutely amazing. That's the robot vacuum cleaner that I gave my mother-in-law. She's had it for over a year and a half now. I think it's on a schedule to clean her house once or twice a week. It just works. And she's doing all the maintenance on it now. So again, that brings me to a good point. When you buy these robots, there's going to be maintenance to do on them. You've got filters inside the dustbin. I do recommend getting some extra ones because you got to clean them. They're reusable, but you got to wash them, let them dry in the sun. But I have videos on how to do all the maintenance. And typically I tie those videos in with my real world testing. So I took this to my house for 3 months and I absolutely loved it. Hated to bring it here. I needed to do some more videos on it. So that brings me to a good point. I've got the Roborock Curve X at my house right now, undergoing the 3-month real world testing. It's doing amazing. It looks just like the Roborock Q-Revo Curve, except the LiDAR is in the back and it can raise and lower the LiDAR to give it a lower profile. A couple other features that make it a little bit nicer, but it's got this nice attractive design. The curve, it does look appealing in your house. I've never seen that for such a new robot. That's 900 bucks. That's a really, really good price. But before we get to that one, so here we have the Roborock Q-Revo Edge. Now they make 2 edges. This is the cheaper one, which they take away the camera, they take away the chassis lift and some things. So the more expensive one is $950. It's a good robot in itself, but this one, 650 bucks. And if you're worried about privacy, now these have cameras on the front. You can turn those on and off in the app. But this one does not have a camera, so you don't ever have to worry about that at all. Not that I ever think that's a concern. I've never seen anything about that yet. But this has LiDAR navigation. It's great for pets. It's got the split brush dual roller. The long hairs are not going to get wrapped around the roller. This brush is split, and this actually works very well for if you have a bunch of pets. Now, if you have 3 Huskies in your house that are constantly shedding, it's not going to work. There's no robot vacuum cleaner that's going to pick up that amount of hair. But for long hairs and everyday use, these do a great job. The long hairs do not wrap around the brush roller. They got these little fins. They're directed to the center, and then they get sucked in because there's not a one-piece brush roller, which we're going to see. They've used that design on. So back here to the Roborock Q-Revo Edge S5A. Now they make a curve that is a cheaper version also, but it's not as cheap as this. This does come in white or black. Most come in white or black. I've never seen a discrepancy like the white one doesn't get like maybe some of the cheaper ones, but the ones I recommend typically don't get a bunch of scuff marks, you know. It's just your choice on which color you want to get. Now the Roborock app is very good. It's got LiDAR navigation. So that right there, you're going to have a great user experience. So now, does it clean? Well, this one cleans really, really well. It's got some advanced features. The side brush extends into the corner. I love that feature. Again, we showed the split brush dual roller. Spinning mop pads, it can raise and lower them. It's got a carpet sensor. We got hot water mop washing, hot air drying. We have a dirt detection sensor. So you can see how these key features, this is $650, and for $449, you almost get the same. Now you get more suction power. The MOVA P10 Pro, it's brush roller. I did upgrade to the tri-cut brush. That really does help with long hairs. It does have the single piece brush roller. And the one it comes with, it does an okay job, but I do recommend upgrading to the tri-cut brush. Helps with long hairs. So this is just a really good robot that I love. And here's another feature I love about it, the docking station. These get dirty, just like the maintenance you got to do on them, but I simply take this over to the sink. I wash it all out. I'm not bending over, it's cleaning down here. On some of these others, I do have to kind of clean the docking station with the inside. I'm not able to take this to the sink. I love this feature. Roborock really does have this figured out. Great with pets, Edge S5A. If you're worried about privacy, this is just a great, I've never seen it that low, $650, amazing price point. Now, if you're wanting something for pets that's a little bit cheaper, that's the S5A. There's these weird numbers. I don't know where they come up with, but this is the QRevo S5V. This one's a really good price point, $549. In my opinion, spend the extra $100 to get this. It's $100 more than this one. This one with the upgraded tri-cut brush, which is $50, brings this to $500. So for an extra $50, you get that split brush dual roller. It really does work with long hair. Again, not with 3 huskies in the house. Typically, nothing's gonna, other than a corded vacuum cleaner. Carpet sensor, spinning mop pads. You lose some features. It does cold water mop washing, but it does dry the mop pads with hot air. The MOVA P10 Pro washes its mop pads with hot air, and you get hot air drying. So I do think that helps kind of break off the stuff that gets on the mop pads. We do get one mop pad. So one mop pad swings into the side, mop pad extend. The side brush doesn't extend, but it does have an anti-tangle, which that side brush does a good job. It just doesn't extend. Over here on the MOVA P10 Pro, we get side brush extended into the corner, which works very well. And we get mop pad, which extends the mop pad right up against the wall. These features on these robots work very well. So this was the Roborock S5V 549. It's just a great robot with a great app. Again, a base station that's going to wash the mop pads. You're going to have to clean fill the clean water tank and empty the dirty water tank. Now we're jumping up into price a little bit. The MOVA P50. Again, had this at my house, real world testing. We absolutely loved it. The docking station's a little bit different looking. Okay, so now let's jump up in price a little bit. I've got the MOVA P50 and the MOVA V50. Now the P50 is only $700. Again, I had this at my house. We absolutely loved it. Docking station's a little bit different looking. The P50 does have the single brush roller, but it does come with the tri-cut brush already installed, part of the process. Side brush extends, mop pad extends. It can leave the mop pads back at the base station. Camera on the front, LiDAR navigation. It has the MOVA app, which is very good and great user interface. It has the dust bag you got to change. It's got a solution tank again. You can put your concentrated solution here and it mixes it for you, or you can just add the solution to the clean water tank. This was an excellent robot vacuum cleaner. Now, it's MOVA $700. So I'm going to get the question. Is the Edge S5A, is this worth $50 more? Let's go take a look at my baseball cards. That way we can start using them. Okay, here's my baseball cards. 650, 700, 19,000, so we get more suction. Side reach, spin, and lift. Okay, that's all the same. Corner reach and lift. So the side brush, it can lift it, which I'll explain. Single brush roller, but it is a tri-cut brush, and this has the split dual roller. Video camera. So the MOVA P10 Pro has a video camera where the Edge does not. Obstacle avoidance was better on the P50. I remember that now. The Edge at a pass, which is okay, but this is better. Threshold, they do about the same threshold. I forgot to write it here. This can lift the vacuum roller where the Edge cannot. Hot water and temperature. Solution tank, the QRevo Edge, no. Tray removal, so you lose something on the P50. I do like tray removal. Fast charging on the Edge. The P50 comes with a 3-year warranty. Both of these are considered Dad Approved Deluxe. I've got a new scoring system where it's either Dad Approved Deluxe, Dad Approved, or Dad Toss. And we'll just wrap up here. We got the Frio Z for $650. It's okay. In my opinion, the P50 is just better. We've got the Shark Power Detect Pro, which is $600 right now. You've got cold water, cold air, no dirt detection. I do think the MOVA P10 Pro is better. We've got these new Dreame L40s, the AE. I do think the P50's got some more features than that. And the E25 is 650. It is a mop roller. It does okay, but I do think the Edge and the P50 do better than the Eufy E25. Okay, so now let's jump up into the $1,000 category. These are the most expensive robot vacuum cleaners that I recommend. Now, there are some MOVA Z60 roller. I'm currently reviewing it. There's the Narwhal Flow. There's the Dreame Aqua 10. These are rollers. I'm not recommending those right now. I consider those generation 1. You can see my videos. I've had some problems with some. Some are just underperforming in my opinion. So right now, those are not a recommend for me. These have just kind of a proven design. The spinning mop pads. So we got the MOVA V50. This won my overall robot pick of the year. The best robot vacuum cleaner money can buy. That was the MOVA V50. Now the Roborock Saros 10R could very well fit in that category also. These are kind of different robots, which I'll explain. So the MOVA V50 right now, $1,000. We typically do see that once in a while. It does come with like $200 worth of parts, filters and brush rollers. That's a really good deal. Roborock typically doesn't throw too many parts in with their robots. The Roborock Saros 10R, $1,200. Now, what it's going to come down to is, do you want something thin and it's going to go under your furniture better? Or do you want something to go over thresholds? That's where the V50 comes into play. It has these leap wheels, these robotic arms that it deploys, and it lifts the robot over a 2.5-inch threshold. It does a great job at it. No other robots. Now, Dreame makes an L50. It has the same leap wheels. The LiDAR's on top and it's fixed. This one's $1,100. Yeah. No, it's $1,000 also. I do pick the V50 over the L50. In my experience, I just had a better experience with the V50. They make an X50. It's got the leap wheels also, the robotic arms to help it get over thresholds. It almost looks identical to the V50. It's $1,100, but it doesn't come with all the parts. So that's why they're approved, and I'm doing the baseball cards where when those prices go down, they just go to the front of the line. But they're great robots, and I had great cleaning experience and user experiences with them, but there's just some other ones that this is a highly competitive market. So Roborock Saros 10R, absolutely love it. It's thin. No, there's no spinning LiDAR on top. The V50 has spinning LiDAR on top, but it moves it up and down. That works okay. It doesn't quite go into furniture as good as I would like, but nothing can beat thresholds. The Saros 10R can do a smaller, about almost a third of the threshold size that the V50 can, but it can really it can go under furniture a lot better. You've got all the advanced features. You've got warm water mop washing, hot air, dirt detection sensor in both. You got cameras on the front, clean water tank, dirty water tank, dust bag you're going to change, solution tank. The Roborock is a lot easier to clean. You simply just take this over to the sink. It's got that tray removal. The MOVA and the Dreame, they're doing something a little different. Their docks, they're shooting the water up from the bottom, so you're not removing a tray, but you still have to get down there and clean a little filter section, which can be a little tricky. It's easy to do, and I have a video on it, but this is just so much better in my opinion. And I do think this way, the Roborock cleans its mop pads a little bit better than the V50 and the L50 in the Dreames. But thresholds, so it's going to come down to thresholds and quietness. There's one other thing. So I've had both of these at my house. When the MOVA V50, and you can put these on a mopping only event. Once a week I have, when the robots are undergoing tests, they mop my kitchen only. They don't vacuum, they just mop. The V50 is extremely quiet when it's mopping only. Now, both of them are relatively quiet when they're vacuuming and mopping. Vacuum, you're going to get some vacuum noise. I consider that to be about the same. The Saros 10R, you can hear that motor spinning when it's mopping. It's not super loud. I mean, when you hear something that doesn't have that, you realize, oh, it can be really quiet. And the drive wheels are just super quiet. Where on the Saros 10R, you can kind of hear it moving a little bit. So if that's a concern, the V50 is super quiet. It also does hot water mopping. That's kind of a newer thing that's coming out. They fill the robot up with hot water, but there's no way of keeping the water hot. And as soon as it's sprayed on the mop pad, it cools down super quick. So we'll see some more advancements in that, I think, in the future, but I don't think that's an absolute must-to-have. But thin profile, Saros 10R, absolutely love it. Okay, so I get this question a lot. What's a robot vacuum cleaner that just vacuums and doesn't mop? This turned out to be an extremely hard question to answer. I did a whole video on it, which I kind of explained my results more in detail. But with big deal days going on right now, the Dreame D20 Pro. Now they sell two models. They sell a Pro and not a Pro. If you want to save a little bit more money, get the one that's not a Pro. But the Pro, the D20 Pro 309, this is just a great robot for vacuuming only. Now, you're going to see it has a mop pad. It's not a very good mopping robot. Just take the mop, it just comes off. Pinch these tabs, just don't use it. But this is great, has great suction power, has the dual brush roller for long hair. One end is open, so the long hairs will be directed to the end. They won't wrap around and get sucked in. Side brush extends. It's got LiDAR navigation. It does have a carpet sensor. It can't raise and lower the mop pad. It can just avoid the carpet. So a little bit more work. In my opinion, if you want a really cheap robot that vacuums and mops, it's going to be the Dreame L10s. It's the same price as this. But the Dreame L10s is not going to vacuum as well. Now here's why I love the D10. It's going to come back to the base station. It's got a really large dustbin. It's going to vacuum everything up. It's going to come back to the dustbin, and it's going to, another vacuum kicks on, sucks everything out of the robot into this big dust bag. You just have to replace this every couple months. It just I love robots that auto empty. LiDAR navigation, great app, great suction cleaning ability, and it has a self-empty dock. That way you're just not emptying the dustbin yourself. The D20 Pro. Now, Roborock kind of has the same line. They do a little bit better job. This is the Q10 S5 Plus. They sell an X5 Plus. And they're both relatively close to the same price point. They look almost identical. The S5 Plus, I abbreviate it, has sonic vibration. It can vibrate the mop pad. It has a carpet sensor. It can raise and lower the mop pad, which is nice. But you're going to be responsible for taking the mop pad off, throwing it in the laundry. You've got to do some work yourself, where the ones with the base stations that wash the mop pad for you, it just comes back, washes, dries it, and it's ready to go for the next time. Where this, you're going to be doing a little bit more work. Now, this does have higher suction power. It doesn't have a camera on the front, anti-tangle side brush. So, and it has a base station that auto empties it, and it has a dust bag you've got to change once in a while. And in this category, a lot of people were asking me, I don't want bags. Now, I was kind of in that group myself 2 years ago when I was buying these robot vacuum cleaners. It did seem like the bags were a little hard to come by, maybe weren't as available, but that was 2 years ago. And since I've been doing these, they've only become more available, and they're starting to use them cross-platform. So MOVA will use this in their other 4 or 5 robots. That way, I think they're going to be more available in the future. There are third parties that make them. You can save a little bit of money on that. And when I do the cleaning test, I show you how those perform. But I don't think that's going to be a problem in the future of a bag not being available. There's just, in my opinion, there's no good bagless robot vacuum cleaner. There's the Shark, very, very limited. $229. I'll show you why it's very limited. But these, LiDAR navigation, a great app, great user interface. This one, it doesn't, I like the ones that have a base station they drive up onto, because you can put these on carpet and things. Typically, if this base station's on carpet, sometimes the robot can struggle backing up to it. It doesn't necessarily always dock. So while these are smaller, I do like the ones that they drive up on a ramp. I think it just has a better opportunity. So here's how I came up with that. So there is a Dreame D10 Gen 2 189. It has a mop. Just don't use it's not a good mopping robot. Just take the mop pad off. That's a really good robot. The Eufy C10 is $200. That's meant for a small apartment. It does okay. There's the Shark AV 229. It is bagless. It has the LiDAR navigation, but the Shark app is a little bit older in my opinion. So there's a little bit of hassle factor. And then here's where I come up with the S5 Plus, $300. And here's where the Dreame L10s fits in. See, it's $300. And then there's the D20 Pro. And the Eufy C20 has been very popular, $350. It's kind of meant for a smaller apartment too also. No onboard water tank. So in my opinion, you might as well get the E40. I'm still testing the MOVA E40, but it's been doing a really good job. And that's where the Roomba falls into, $400. It's not a buy. The Frio Pro, it does an okay job. The QV35A, this is very, very popular. But in my opinion, spend $49 more and get the MOVA P10 Pro. This does cold water mop washing and cold air. So this is the Roborock's budget line. 8,000 pascals of suction, where the P10 Pro has 13,000. Side reach and lift. The Roborock cannot, its mop pads are fixed. They don't go into the side. Side brush is basic. Here we have corner, lift, and reach. Main brush. Onboard, both have onboard water tanks, but the P10 Pro has a video camera. Obstacle avoidance was amazing. Roborock was just a pass. See, there it is. The docking station's cold. No dirt detect, no solution tank, but it does have tray removal. Here we have hot, yes, 3-year warranty. That's why it's a DAD approved deluxe. This is why this is a DAD approved. Now let's look at there's the E40. That's brand new. You lose dirt detect, you lose the camera, and you lose the side brush doesn't extend. And it does cold water washing. So that's why it's just DAD approved. Eufy X10 Pro Omni, this is, in my opinion, needs to be this is a very old robot, needs to be like a $300 robot. Cold, no dirt detect, lower suction, no side brush or anything that extends. The 405, they just don't tell us much about it, but obstacle avoidance was 0 on it. No onboard water tank, cold, no dirt detect. It just, while DAD approved, this would have to be about a $250 robot in my opinion. See, here we have a $300 Dreame L10s. It has lower suction, spin. We have a onboard water tank, camera. Obstacle avoidance was just okay. But it does at least do hot air drying, cold water. No dirt detect, but it has a solution tank and tray removal. But one downside, it does have a proprietary solution bottle. Some honorable mentions. We've got the Dreame came out with a whole new lineup here, the L40s, L40s AE, and the CE. The CE is a very budget line. Their prices just didn't match up with some better ones. Here we have the CE, the S5A is a better robot. You know, and here we have the L40s AE. Well, for the Edge S5A, I gotta need to change that, is better at $650. So while these are good prices, you get more with the Edge S5A. And again, there's the Narwhal Flow. I'm trying to send it back right now. It's not vacuuming carpet or black carpet in there. I'm past my 30 days and I don't think they're gonna let me return it. The MOVA Z60 doesn't have manufacturing faults. It's just underperforming in vacuuming and auto empty. And just yesterday I sent the Dreame Aqua 10 back. Its roller is, the base station's leaking water, and that's kind of a problem lots of people are having, because when I posted the video, not everybody, but I had a lot of comments saying I've got the same problem. So I think they kind of knew about it a little bit maybe from what I'm reading, and I sent it back, getting my money back. I also sent the Roomba 705 combo back. I had 2 units. The Roomba mop roller. It is $1,000, but both of my units were bad. And again, I think Roomba knows about this. It never updated. I had it for 3 weeks, but I didn't want to miss the 30-day return window, so I sent it back. The S1 I'm starting to have problems with. The S1 Pro, I've never had a problem with. It's doing great. The E25, that's my second unit. The first unit did develop a problem, and they've got some dirty water tanks that they've kind of addressed. The original dirty water tanks were leaking. They give us a new one, but I think they just turned down how much water it uses, because it doesn't use much water at all now, in my opinion. So I think it's lacking in cleaning a little bit. And here are the Roombas. I've got the 105s and the 504s and all of these. These are missing just a DAD sticker seal of approval. Stay away from the Essentials or anything that has an I or a J Roomba. There's the 505 again. not a terrible robot, but for the price point, you can get better features. Got all the Sharks. There's the $600 one. It does okay, but again, for the price point, you can get better features. These are bagless. They have LiDAR navigation, but the Shark app is just a little dated. And the market's way too flooded with different model numbers. And in my opinion, I think that hurts the market because it's hard to tell. And that could be $600 and that could be $300, but they're the same robot, but they have different model numbers. Here's the S1 Pro. I've had nothing but good with it. It's not a great vacuum, but it actually does a great job of mopping. There's the Eufy X10. Again, that's just an old robot. It does an okay job. I think there's just better ones out there now. There's the C20, no onboard water tank. It does the spinning, so it uses front-facing LiDAR, which, in my opinion, kind of meant for a smaller apartment. There's the C10. Again, it's a smaller robot, kind of meant for a smaller place. So let me just finish up here by saying thank you to everybody. I really do appreciate everybody's support. Again, check out my website. That's probably the easiest. I'm going to be developing that more and more to make it better and user-friendly for you. But I'm going to update that with all of this information. It's going to be a simple, easy place to go to. I'm also going to be doing reviews on there so that you can kind of read written reviews on why this is my #1 pick. JustADataProve.com. Sign up for the email list. Again, I don't send out a bunch of emails. Just robots that I think you're absolutely going to love. My job is to get you the best robot at the best price. And these events that Amazon does and Walmart does, we have to take advantage of these. While sometimes these robots go on sale at random times, they're not advertised, and we're only lucky if we catch it sometimes. I'm fortunate that people leave comments when a robot goes on sale. And then I'm like, oh, wow, thank you. And I send an email out. But these events, these prices are just amazing. And it all came to light when my nephew, after the July event, about 2 or 3 weeks after that, he asked me, hey, I'm ready to buy a robot. What's the best one to get? And I'm like, well, let's go on and look what's on sale. There was nothing on sale. And I'm like, oh, well, this is $600, but wow, if your budget was $450, you could have got this robot, but now you can't. So I don't know what robot he ended up settling with, but the ones I recommended were not anywhere near as good as the MOVA P10 Pro for $450. So, and when these events end, these sales typically, some last around, these things, I don't know the exact time frame of everything, but when they're not on sale, while again, you could pay full price, $600 for this. Sometimes full price on the Dreame L40, I've seen it $1,000. Well, that's not a $1,000 robot. This isn't a $1,000 robot. I wouldn't pay over $600 for it because then you can kind of get another robot. But wow, these events are just, I'm so happy that they put these robots on these huge, huge discounts because we are able to get some really good robots. When I got into robot vacuum cleaners 3.5 years ago, it was a big mystery to me. And that was kind of a light bulb. If it's a mystery to me, it's going to be a mystery to everybody else. And so I wanted to dive in and just solve this problem. So I do buy these with my own money. I'm allowed to, I can say whatever I want to say about these robots. If a robot's good, if it's bad, if there's a better one, it's just a great feeling to know that I can tell you to get you whatever robot that I recommend. Like if a family member is going to ask me what robot to get, that's how I'm treating this video. I would tell them right now, get the MOVA P10 Pro. Even though I did recommend 3 weeks ago, I told my sister to get the Dreame L40, which she did. It was on sale, I think only for I think it was $500. No, maybe it was $450. Again, prices are all over the place. But there's one piece of advice I would like to give you is when you buy these robots, get them, open them up, and start using it. I know, I've done it. You get a kind of an intimidating piece of equipment or something, and you're like, I'm just going to leave it in the box. I don't have time to deal with it. Take advantage of this 30-day return window that Amazon and Walmart give you. After that 30 days, you're going to be directed to deal with the manufacturers. Now, in my opinion, they're all the same. It takes high levels of patience. And nothing's going to be immediate, and you're not going to be solving any problems over the phone. It's all through email. You may start off with a phone call, but it all immediately goes to email. So, and I've dealt with all of them, and I've had robots that have had problems. I've had, every brand, every manufacturer has had problems. So I don't consider there to be a higher one and a lower one. They're all equal, and they all take high levels of patience because you're going to be emailing. Nothing's quick. Takes a couple days. You may even have to upload video, a picture. So that 30-day window, unbox these and start using it. Typically, problems are going to show themselves within that first 30 days. Now, robots can break 6 months down the road, and then you've got to deal with the warranty and all of that. But products, that there are just a certain percentage that are bad out of the box, and you'll know that right away. I know MOVA went through a spell. The P50, I think, had the front wheel was cracked in shipping, the way it was boxed or something. I think they've solved that now, but there was some that were just broken right out of the box. So then take advantage of that, sending it back the first 30 days. You just send it back. There's no questions asked. But after that, it does become a hassle. So don't be intimidated. Look up my video. I walk you through all these videos, all these robots. I have how to set up. And if you want to see how before you spend $450, go watch my video on I show you exactly how it cleans carpet and mopping. And then if you want to know how to do the maintenance, am I going to be able to do the maintenance after 3 months? Well, go watch my video, how to do all the maintenance, and see. I walk you through step by step. You can go back, you can come back to it each time. I use links. I give you the link of the parts I use and the tools I use. So I'm trying to help you out as much as I can. And every time people leave comments, I'm trying to answer comments. On my website, there's a submission form where you can ask me questions. I've been trying to answer those questions as best as I can. So I really do appreciate everybody's support. Again, this is my full-time job. I wasn't quite as prepared for this event as I was in July. The video's getting out a little bit later. We had to move my daughter to Beaufort, South Carolina. So that took 5 days right before. Very important to do. And so I just had to kind of, got up early this morning. I know my wife worked 5 hours on those baseball cards last night. I'm just so thankful for that. So a lot of work to try to help you to get the best robot for the best price. Again, justadadapproved.com. Sign up for my email list. And that's just a website. If somebody asks you, hey, what's the best robot vacuum cleaner to get? Just give them that website. It's going to be very simple for people to see. It's got my #1 pick. When sales events are going on, that's front and center with the price, with the link. Again, I do use links that may take you to Walmart or Amazon. I am an affiliate with both of those. The product's not going to cost you anymore, but I do get a small commission from the sale. And here's the thing about commissions. I don't get that commission off that sale for 60 days. So in that time frame, if I tell you to buy a robot, like say I say, buy the Roomba 405, it's the most amazing robot in the world. Well, for some people, they're going to get it and it's going to be okay. If I got the 405, I would send it back because knowing what I know, there's better robots out there. And there's some levels of frustration with that 405. So even if it's your first robot, the 405, the Roomba 405, you may get it and be like, well, this isn't the best thing in the world. I'm going to send it back. I don't get that commission on the sale. So it does me no good to recommend a robot that I think it's going to give you frustration and you might return. This one, I think you're going to keep it. I think you're going to love it. It's robots that I love. And that's why I do the videos that I do, is to get you the best robot at the best price. So again, justadadapproved.com. And again, Roborock Saros, this is $1,200. This is $450. You can almost buy 3 of the MOVA P10 Pros for the Roborock Saros 10R. Now, does the Roborock Saros 10R cost 3 times as much as does it clean 3 times as much as the MOVA P10 Pro? No, it doesn't. But it does have some nice features. Unfortunately, you'd have to pay quite a bit more for that thinner and, leaving the mop pads at the base station, different things. So again, all these events I'll be doing a day 2 event. I'll be doing, check out my social media. They're kind of quicker videos. I'm on Instagram and TikTok. And I got a Facebook group page where I try to do some posting there and answering some questions. So again, justadadapproved.com. Links are in the description. There may be pop-ups, but just go to the website, justadadapproved.com. And thanks everybody for watching.